Okay, our topic on this one is areas and sector areas of circles. Again, we're still on circles. You guys have learned about area. We're going to push this idea to what we call sector area, so I'll explain what that is in just a moment. But let's start with this. Areas, just a quick reminder, remember area of a circle is pi r squared, people. Okay, and so we're going to use that idea to help us find the areas. It should be pretty simple. So for this one, if my radius is 6.6, I'm just going to go pi times 6.6 squared. Again, our general rule will be to round to the nearest hundredth. So that would be 136.85, and then we're going to go feet, and it's going to be feet squared. So whenever we're talking about area, that's squared units, because we're going really essentially length times width is what we're doing. For this next one, I've got a diameter of 25, so before I can use that, I actually have to find my radius. Remember, my radius is just half of this, so I divide that by 2, and that is going to give me 12.5. And then I just go pi times 12.5 squared from there. And when I get that, I get 490.87, and this is yards squared for that one, because we're always talking about those squared units. So that should be 2 quick review problems. We can extend this idea to finding a radius as well, and then we'll talk about our sector area here in just a second. So let's say I'm giving you the area of a circle and I want the radius. So I'm giving you that 254.5 is equal to essentially pi r squared, and I want to solve that. So the first thing I would do is divide by pi, okay, because that's going to get me r squared over here. So if I go 254.5 and I divide that by pi, that gives me 81.009 is what that gives me. And then to get rid of the square, I have to square root, because that gets rid of that. So that'll give me r, and so I'm just going to take the square root of this 81.00 value. And so I get, if I just round, that's going to give me a radius of 9. It's like 9.000 whatever. So that would be how you'd work backwards for that. Okay, and now let's get into the idea of sector area. So sector area is again, we're looking at a circle. Okay, we're gonna have 2 radiuses, and then what we're looking is this point here. Let's just say that's A, and this point B, and then I have this angle here that's in here. I'm looking for this spot that is in between these 2 radii. Okay, they call that a sector. This is a sector here. Okay, and so there's a few pieces that I need for this. Again, I'm looking for this space or this area in between. I have to know my radius, obviously, and I need to know this degree or this angle measurement in, again, radians. So n is in radians, and we don't want to forget that. Okay, so that's important that we put that in radians. And then once I've got that, I can find the area of this. The area of that sector, so we'll just go A is going to be equal to 1/2 times n r squared. Okay, is what I'm looking for this one. Right? So if I look at this one on the right here, I've got my radius. My radius is 4.5 right there. And then my n is 60 degrees, but that's a problem. I have to put that to radians, so I'm going to times that by 180 over pi. And then I'm going to leave it as that fraction is what I want to do. So this becomes pi over 3 is what that is. And so to find my sector area, this area that's shaded right here, I'm just going to go 1/2 times pi over 3, and then times 4.5. Okay, don't get your n and your pi confused. You need to draw that a little bit better. That is perfectly a-okay to do. So So let's see what we get when we do that. I get 2.36, and that would be meters squared is what I'd have for that. So that'd be the area of that sector, this sector that's this spot that's already shaded right there. Okay? Right, if I look at this one wants me to rotate here, is what I've got here. And so if I'm rotating this all the way around, I want all this area here. So my R is going to be the 16, that's my radius right here. And then my N is going to be this one, or sorry, not one. It's going to be the 270. And I'm going to times it by pi over 180. Okay? And so I've got to simplify that. And that gives me 3/2. So it'll be 3 pi over 2. And so for my area is just going to be 1/2 times 3 pi over 2 times 16. And so we're going to do that. Let's see here. And when I do that, I end up getting 37.7. And that would be centimeters squared is what I'd end up with that one as well. Okay. So that's what we're looking for there. I'm looking for those areas. Hopefully that's not too foreign for you on that one. So, okay, this has been Mirath Moment with Mummy. Adios.